everybody. I just wanted to give everybody a quick update here because we just finished the conference call with Tesla on the 2016 financial call, and we were able to get some really good information on the progress of the Model 3 program. So I'm just going to summarize here a little bit. I've been doing a bit of a live tweet thing, so I'm just going to spend a couple minutes here and just kind of summarize. So the first bit of information. They're not late. They're on time to start production in July, which is really good. So they're expecting to start production in July, and they are going to ramp up production by September, and they're hoping to get to about 5,000 vehicles a week in the third quarter of this year. So in a nutshell, they basically stated they're hoping to have enough cars to be able to make about 1,000 a week in July, and then ramping that up to about 2,000 a month in August and reach about 4,000 by September. And by the fourth quarter, they'll be at 5,000 cars, hopefully, per week production. They're also anticipating to be able to get to 10,000 cars a week sometime in 2018. They didn't give any timeline for that, but they're really ramping up the production. So what that really means here is that there's a potential here by the end of this year that they could make upwards of about 65,000 Model 3s. So some of you could be getting some very nice Christmas presents indeed this year. So that's really good news. The other bit of information is confirmed in some of the tweets that I put out a little bit earlier this week that they have indeed made several Model 3 prototypes. And they're doing ongoing testing with those cars for the design and the manufacturing process. So anybody who's in the Bay Area, be on the lookout for potential some of those cars driving around in the Bay Area soon. So make sure you keep your cameras ready, because it doesn't exist if we don't have pictures, right? Another little bit on the safety front, they've been doing some crash testing with the Model 3, and the crash test results have been very positive. Of course, when the car goes into production and they're ready to do the final reveal, they'll give us some more details on that. Again, they are hoping for a 5-star rating in every category. So good news on that. The other little tidbit too, and it may upset some people, is that the Model 3, what they're calling Founder Series, essentially, will be going to employees first. So the final version of the car, Elon said, could be only shown, or the final reveal, if you will, maybe closer to July when production actually begins. What that tells me is that there's some refinements in the vehicle and some features that they're still not willing to talk about yet. So we'll have to keep our eyes and our ears peeled for that one to see what transpires with that. So try and keep positive about that. It's not the end of the world, but I think it's going to be quite interesting on that front. Someone had also asked Elon when we could expect to see configurations going online, the Configurator. And he did mention that because of the Founder Series going to employees first, because of course they want to have the employees have the ability to test these vehicles and report any early problems, Elon said that they expect the Configurator to go live for employees maybe in about 3 to 4 months. So that's good news. They said probably for general population after production really starts. So probably towards the middle of this year, maybe even August, we should see it. Now, all things being equal, of course, it happened with the Model X, is that early access people did leak information and pricing. So don't give up hope. Once the employees get in on this, we'll see leaks about this stuff. So keep our eyes peeled for that. So those are the really juicy tidbits that I have. They've also mentioned a few things. They're doing a lot of capital expenditures between $2 and $2.5 billion to get ready for the Model 3 production. The presses are currently being installed. The plastics departments are up and running. They've also said that the solar products from Solar City are still on track for summer production at the Gigafactory 2. Now, Gigafactory 2, what is this? That's what they've decided to rename the solar panel factory that they built in Buffalo. So they're calling it Gigafactory 2, which brings me to the other part, that they have announced that they expect to finalize the locations and announce them for the Gigafactory 3, 4, and possibly even a 5th one later this year. Of course, not necessarily in the US, but probably another one in the US. Definitely something in Europe and probably Asia as well. Again, remember, these are not just battery factories going forward, that these will be factories that have cell manufacturing, battery pack, and cars in these factories. So it's actual Tesla factories for cars going forward, not just battery cells. Autopilot is still in development and they're still continuing and it's ongoing. They're making very good progress. They're anticipating having some of the features turned on in parity probably in about a month's time. Now, when I say parity, I'm talking about version 2 of the hardware that's on the current cars and on the Model 3 being of the same capability of what cars experience now with hardware 1. They're falling a little bit behind because they said that the switch over to hardware 2 and their new software system was a little bit difficult because of their little divorce that they had with Mobileye. So they're taking it step by step. They expect to lift some other restrictions, maybe get to 85 miles per hour next month. So those of you that have cars, of course, you'll see that in your software updates coming soon. Last little bit too, and this will be it for today's video, is a little bit of information from the investor letter as far as what's going on with the service aspect, because this is a question we get all the time. Tesla is actually working to reduce the global average wait time for vehicles to less than a day by the end of the first quarter of 2017. So this is coming up in the next 3 to 4 months and get that kind of sorted out. They want to do all this in ahead of the Model 3 launch, and they're also working to expand their operations and their mobile repair service. So that should help, at least initially, for some of the Model 3 deliveries they're having. So that's what I have for today. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Model 3 Owners and join our forum at model3ownersclub.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel because you'll get updates as soon as I get them, just like now. And don't forget, we have some really cool t-shirts for sale on our website. And we'd appreciate it if you could support and take a look at our Patreon page at patreon.com/model3ownersclub.com. And that keeps these videos coming. So anyways, that's it for tonight, and we'll catch you on the next one real soon. Thanks for watching. See you later.